This is breaking news.
This heartbreaking tale of ruthlessness and queer romance put Angelina Jolie on the map. If Angelina Jolie's portrayal of Maria Callas in Maria made you cry, just wait till you get your hands on the most heartbreaking performance of her career. One of the most compelling and tragic biopics of its era, HBO's 1998 made-for-TV film Gia chronicles the meteoric rise and fall of America's first supermodel. Jolie gives an electric, career-defining performance as the titular Gia Marie Carangi, portraying the haunted supermodel with brutal honesty. Carangi's story is a heartbreaking one. She was widely considered the first supermodel of her kind, paving the way for models like Cindy Crawford, who was nicknamed Baby Gia. But her career was short-lived, declining when the model developed a heroin addiction that led to her death due to AIDS-related complications at age 26. Also starring a preteen Mila Kunis, as well as Faye Dunaway and Elizabeth Mitchell, Gia unfolds like a tragic fairy tale, loudly demanding that its audience never looks away, not even for a second. Gia is a heartbreaking true story. Hyper-stylized and shot almost like a documentary, Gia is interspersed with narration taken from the real Gia Carangi's journal, and features mock interviews wherein the characters in Gia's life speak directly to the camera, offering their often conflicting commentary on the events of her life as they unfold. Gia is both intimate and arresting, offering an unflinching look at the tragedy of Carangi's life. The film draws us in using the glamour of her rise to fame, then sends us crashing back to earth as her addiction takes hold, refusing to sanitize Gia's struggle. Like any biopic, Gia is embellished, but most of the film is grounded in reality, drawing on first-hand accounts from those who knew Gia. Gia begins early in the model's life, specifically on the day her mother, Mercedes Rule, walks out on a young Gia, Mila Kunis, and her family, which the film holds up as the primary source of Gia's inner turmoil. We're then quickly introduced to a teenage Gia, who uses a combination of bluster and punk sensibility to continue masking the pain of her mother's abandonment. But it's not long before she's discovered by the legendary Wilhelmina Cooper, Faye Dunaway, and the film, and her modeling career begins in earnest. Just be yourself, Wilhelmina tells Gia the night before her first photo shoot, to which the burgeoning model replies, "What is that?" in a scene that essentially acts as the film's thesis. Beneath the brash exterior, beyond the wild hair and the sailor's mouth, Gia makes clear is a very young girl, nursing a very deep wound. Gia spends the film searching for love and belonging, from a pseudo-boyfriend, Eric Michael Cole, she refuses to sleep with to a surrogate mother in Wilhelmina, and eventually finds it in makeup artist Linda, Elizabeth Mitchell, whom Gia single-mindedly pursues from their first meeting. Gia's relationship with Linda, based on Sandy Linter, who dated the real Gia on and off, is the heart and soul of the film, and Gia as a film is undoubtedly queer, having broken ground as one of few films to unabashedly portray a queer relationship without sensationalism. Gia and Linda's relationship is as beautiful as it is doomed, and the film makes you desperately root for their love despite knowing the eventual outcome. Everything about their relationship is portrayed as gentle and kind, even as the roots of Gia's addiction take hold and Linda's belief in their love wavers. This is not an example of the dreaded bury your gaze trope, but it is a heartbreaking portrayal of the toll addiction takes on even the most loving and generous relationships.